Hello everyone, welcome to our next video, and today we are going to discuss about the equations of lines which are parallel to the x-axis and which are parallel to the y-axis. So how to find the equations to these lines, that's what is going to be the discussion in today's video, and also we are going to solve exercise 4.4 of chapter 4. So without wasting much time, let's get directly into the topic. Let us see how to find the equation of a line which is parallel to the x or the y-axis. So for that, let us take one example of a coordinate. Suppose 2, 0 is a coordinate. Now I want to plot this in the Cartesian plane. So I can draw the x and the y-axis. X dash and y dash. So let us take some points. Will be our 0 origin. Now 2, 0 will be plotted here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 2, 0 will be this point. Now any point which has the coordinate of y as 0 will always lie on the x-axis. If I take another point as 3, 0, it will be plotted here. If I take one point minus 4, 0, it will be plotted as minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So it will be plotted here. That means any point which is having only the x coordinate but the y coordinate is 0 will always be lying on the x-axis. That means in general, if the value of y is 0, that means any point lying with y as 0 is on the x-axis. X-axis, suppose we have a point x, 0, any point x, 0, it will always be placed on the x-axis. So there is no coordinate for y. That means y is equal to 0. This is the equation of the x-axis. Because in x-axis, you will always, any point on the x-axis will never have a coordinate for y. So if y equal to 0 gives the equation of x-axis, then what will be the equation of y-axis? In case of y-axis, let us take a point 0, 3. In that case, 1, 2, 3. 0, 3 will be this point. So it lies on the y-axis. If I take 0, minus 4, this point 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 will lie on the y-axis. That means the equation of y-axis will be given by x equal to 0. Okay, so these are the equations of the x and y axis. Equation of x axis is y equal to 0 because the y coordinate is always 0, and equation of y axis is x equal to 0 because in case of y axis the coordinate of x is always 0. Now these are the equations of the x and the y axis. Now let us change it up a bit. Let us take one example as x minus 5 equal to 0. Now this is one equation. What sort of equation is this? The Cartesian coordinate system. X minus 5 equal to 0. From this we can get x equal to 5. So this is one unique solution, one solution of x. But if we want to use two variables, here we have only one variable x. Now suppose I want to express this in the form of two variables. Then what can I write? If I want to include y, then I will get x plus 0 into y equal to 5. I hope that's clear. X plus 0 into y equal to 5. Now for this equation, x will always be 5 and y can have any value because it does not matter what is the value of y, it will always be 0 because it is multiplied to 0. Suppose if I take x as 5, for x equal to 5 and y equal to anything, any number, suppose minus 50. What do I get? From LHS I will get, place of x I will write 5 plus 0 into minus 50. So the answer will always be 5 plus 0, that is 5, which is equal to the LHS. Okay, so we can have any value of y in this case and the value of x will always be 5. So 5 will have a unique solution but y can have any solution, any number. Okay, so x equal to 5, or we can write x minus 5 equal to 0. These sort of equations where we have only one value of x, these lines will be what? What sort of lines will be this? Let us try to plot it in the graph. So as we have done in the previous exercise, whenever we get an equation, we try to find 2 or 3 points of every x and y coordinate and then we plot. So suppose our equation here is this one, that is x plus 0 into y equal to 5. So let us find a few values. So x will always be 5, y can be 2. If x is 5, y can be 3. If x is 5, y can be 1. Y can have any value. We have seen here y can have any value. And for this, the answer will always be equal to RHS. Now let us plot these points. X, x dash, y, y dash. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So first point is 5, 2. Okay. So it is 5 and then 2. Then we have 5, 3. So 5 and 3. We have 5, 1, 5, 1. If I join these lines, it will always be parallel to the y-axis. That is what I was trying to point out, that if we get any equation where we have got x equal to 5 and there is no presence of y in the equation, those sort of equations will be the equation of lines parallel to the y-axis. Okay, if you are given any equation containing only x, any sort of value is given, suppose this, or x plus 5 equal to 0, these sort of equations where we have only x but we don't have any value of y, these equations will always be parallel to the y-axis. And the opposite is true for the x-axis. If any equation is given where we are given the value of y but we are not given the value of x, suppose y equal to, in this case we can write 0 into x plus y equal to 10. So what happens here, x can have any value but y can have only one value, that is 10. So for LHS, let us take any value for x equal to suppose 100 and y equal to 10. What do we have for LHS? 0 into 100 plus 10, that is 0 plus 10, that is 10, which is equal to RHS. So whatever value we take for x, answer will always be equal to the RHS. That means now if I try to plot a graph like this, what will I find? I will find a line where I only have a value of y coordinate. So suppose we take 3 points, just like this. We can have any value of x but the value of y will always be 10. So let us take y10, y10 and y10. Just like this, we took x 5, 5, 5 and we took any value of y we want. Here we are given the value of y. Let us take any value of x because 0 into x is there. So let us take 1, 5 and 7. Now let us try to plot this one. If I plot this one in the graph, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. The first point is 1, 10. So it is 1, 10. We have 5, 10. So 5 and then 10. And then we have 7, 10, that is here. Now if I join these lines, it will always be parallel to the x-axis. Okay? So if you are given any equation of the form of y equal to something where there is no presence of x, that is the equation of a line parallel to the x-axis. Okay, so whatever we understood till now, if x is equal to 0, this is the equation of line. Which line? This is the equation of the y-axis. Y-axis itself. If y is equal to 0, that is the equation of the x-axis. Now if x is equal to anything, any constant, suppose x is equal to a, it is the equation of line parallel to y-axis. If y is equal to a, that is the equation of line parallel to the x-axis. I hope it is clear now. This is the fundamental idea of what we have been trying to solve till now. That what will be the equation of the x-axis, what will be the equation of the y-axis, also what will be the equation of the line parallel to the x-axis and equation of the line parallel to the y-axis. Just a simple trick to remember is that for x-axis we will have the value of y, and for y-axis we will have the value of x. That means in x-axis x will be missing, in y-axis y will be missing. See, for y-axis x is there is no y. For x-axis there is y, there is no x. Parallel to y-axis is the value of x. Parallel to x-axis is the value of y. So it is always the opposite. Okay, that is the simple idea. Now let us move on to solve the questions of exercise 4.4. This is the first question, and the equation given is y equal to 3, and we have to represent it geometrically considering only one variable and considering two variables. So first one is for one variable. So one variable means the value of y is already given 3. When you are asked to represent it considering only one variable, you will only draw a number line. Okay, considering one variable means one axis, that is number line. So for this we can have something like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. This is a number line. In a number line, where will you plot y is equal to 3? So this will be the solution. If you were asked, just like in question number 2, considering two variables, then we have to give it a twist. What sort of twist? Here y is equal to 3. Okay, that means we can write 0 into x plus y equal to 3. It's alright, because 0 into x is 0. Now what we will do, just like the previous exercises, we will try to find the value of x and y, any three values, and then we will plot. But what we have studied till now, from this what idea can we get? This is y equal to 3. That means this line will be parallel to the x-axis, because it is y equal to 3. X can have any value, but since x is missing here, so it will be the equation of a line parallel to the x-axis. Let us plot some points. Y will have obviously 3, and for x we can have any value, suppose 1, 2 and 3. Now let us try to plot. The first one is 1 for x and 3 for y. So 1 and 3. We have 2, then 3. We have 3 and 3. So this will join these 3 points. This will be the equation, or this will be the representation in geometric aspect in the Cartesian coordinate plane. This will be the x-axis, 0, x dash, y. That is how you solve for one variable and two variable. Always remember, one variable means in a number line, two variables mean in a Cartesian plane. Okay, in the second question we have been given another equation, and similarly you have to plot it for x-axis and for y-axis. So I will not solve it, but I will give you an idea of how to do it. So let's look into that. This is the equation given for question number 2, 2x plus 9 equal to 0. So from here, one variable means we have to find the value of x. So what we can do is 2x, suppose for number 1, this is for number 1, 2x plus 9 is equal to 0, that means 2x equal to minus 9, x equal to minus 9 by 2. So you have to plot this point. This will be x equal to minus 4.5. So plot minus 4.5 in the number line, wherever it will be somewhere here, minus 4.5. You will do it by yourself. You can get it for number line. Now what to do for the number 2, where we have two variables? It will be 2x plus 9 equal to 0. Okay. Since there is no y, we have to write 2x plus 0 into y plus 9 equal to 0. We have to bring the second variable. And then again we will do for the three values we will find out for x and y, and then plot it in the Cartesian plane, which you have done earlier. So very simple sum. Exercise 4.4 is really simple. The concept is also simple, but it is important for you to understand. Generally what students do, the mistakes that they do is, whenever they are asked what is the equation of a line parallel to the y-axis, they will write y equal to 5. This is not the equation of a line parallel to y-axis. No, this is the equation of a line parallel to x-axis. If you have an equation containing only y, that will be parallel to the x-axis. If it is containing only x, then it will be parallel to the y-axis, always the opposite. So remember these tricks, important, because these are very important, and try to do question number 2. I hope you will be able to do it quite easily. That is all about chapter 4. We have ended chapter 4 here. In the next video, we will move on to our next chapter. So until then, cheers.